What's good, everyone? It's your boy AnimeAnalyst, aka the Young Jiggy Ninja, back again with another video. Now today I'm gonna be talking about all the inner glimpse at all the Kara members.
Major spoilers ahead.
I'm gonna go through each inner Kara member and give an overview of them and their power. In my personal opinion, this organization is way more sinister than the Akatsuki. Every inner member of Kara is regarded as completely monstrous in terms of strength and ability. And it's just like Kashin Koji says, soon, whether it wants to or not, the world shall learn the name and fearsomeness of Kara. Starting off, we have Amado, the brains behind Kara. He is a male inner who leads the research and development division of the organization. Polite in nature, Amado often comes across as detached, possibly because of all the vile experiments he does continuously in the name of Kara. He's someone who I would say plays the odds and is willing to take advantage of situations to the best of his ability. Now, in terms of abilities, Amado's signature skill set undoubtedly lies in his intelligence. I'd say that he's the epitome of a technological genius within the Naruto universe. Additionally, Amado is a well-versed tactician as he's developed intricate strategies and plans that were easily like 10 steps ahead of anything that was going on. It should also be noted that when actually faced with the combat scenario, Amado demonstrated a high level of speed, able to close in on a leaf gaining almost instantly. Continuing, in terms of his expertise within engineering scientific ninja tools, Amado has equipped Kara members with all the shinobi wear and ninja tools that grant them the abilities such as instant regeneration and body manipulation. I would say Kawaki's modifications down to his circulatory and nervous system are a good representation of the genius within this guy's work. Additionally, Amado has unique tools such as explosive attaching collars, a drug that knocks people out via kind of a needle glove similar to Scarecrow from the DC universe. It looks dope, man. A tuning fork-esque tool that can repel and reverse complex techniques such as shadow possession jutsu, and his glasses are capable of projecting video feed from like basically a live stream. This man got Twitch capabilities from ninja tool enhanced animals like small reconnaissance toads. Next, we have Delta. She's a chaotic, destructive, and irritable female member from Kara who is the closest thing to a killing machine in the organization. Literally, she's basically a full cyborg. Her allegiance to Kara's leader Jigen is strong, but she essentially hates all the other inner members of Kara. In terms of abilities, her body has been largely modified with scientific ninja tools by Amado, becoming a complete cyborg, as I stated before. She can transform her legs into various weaponry and shapes, similar to something like Carnage from the Spider-Verse, except hers looks kind of like wooden in nature. One particularly cool ability is that she can modify her legs into rocket legs to fly, which enables high-speed traversal on her end. Delta's consciousness can also be transferred to extra duplicate bodies that are stored at Kara's headquarters. This is possible via a drone that Delta stores in her back that saves her consciousness autonomously. This drone doesn't even use chakra, so it cannot be found via chakra sensing, making it a key tool for espionage for Delta. This tool can also track invisible targets such as the vanishing Rasengan. Adding on to that, her unique scientific ninja tool eyes have the ability to absorb ninjutsu and store them inside herself to later release them back towards her opponents. Additionally, her eyes can shoot a destruction beam that can overpower even powerful regenerative abilities. Now, that destruction beam is something crazy. It basically is game over if you get hit by that. But closing out Delta, her taijutsu prowess is at a level that she is basically able to pressure a Sage of Six Paths mode Naruto Uzumaki, and make him go all out in terms of a close quarter combat fight. Continuing, we have Kashin Koji, my absolute favorite Kara member and character within Boruto. He's a mysterious, pragmatic inner member of Kara. Although he is loyal to Kara, Koji also operates in accordance with his own objectives simultaneously. A clone of Jiraiya the Gallant, created by Amado for the sole purpose of defeating Jigen, Koji's abilities bear resemblance to the legendary Sannin. Somewhat of an assassin in nature, Koji has incredible skills in stealth. He was able to sneak up on a fellow inner member of Kara and traverse an enemy territory completely unseen. When it comes to ninjutsu, Kashin Koji utilizes techniques such as Rasengan, Ultra Big Ball Rasengan, Art of the Raging Lion's Mane, a space-time ninjutsu seal that's capable of summoning a natural fire from flaming mountains. It's a brand new technique that's absolutely dope. He can use toad summoning of various sizes, including surveillance toads and giant boiler toads. He can use a sealing jutsu to stun his opponents within the range of pillars that kind of erect from the ground when he uses the sealing technique. And he also has the ability Earth Style Dark Swamp. Continuing, Kashin Koji is a master of fire style, 2021. Now lastly, Kashin Koji is able to utilize Perfect Sage Mode, which enhances his physical abilities and sensory perception tremendously. Next up, we have Boro. He is a self-righteous inner member of Kara, sometimes allowing a joking side to surface, as he has kind of teased inner fellow Kara members about their failed endeavors before. Additionally, he is extremely committed to the mission of Kara, allowing nothing to get in his way. His abilities are also held in high regard amongst Kara. Boro has a massive amount of physical strength and is ironically extremely fast despite his size. His body is very durable, being able to take attacks such as Rasengan head on without being phased, and he is also very proficient in taijutsu, able to take on multiple foes simultaneously. Now going on to, in terms of ninjutsu, he can use fire, earth, and water release. He's even able to utilize lava style in the form of acid that's able to effortlessly melt things such as ninja tools. Additionally, Boro's shuriken jutsu is unique in nature, with him applying gunpowder to the shuriken he's launched at opponents. Now with the help of scientific ninja tools integrated into his entire body, Boro could emit a rapid virus dark mist, that's a mouthful, but a rapid virus dark mist jutsu that paralyzes his foes. He could also implement gunpowder into that dark mist to cause it to explode on contact with stuff. So Boro's body, you know, one of the more powerful things about Boro is his body is capable of completely regenerating any part due to a special core that he can move around in his body, which when activated expedites his healing factor to basically heal any damage caused. He's even able to regenerate his head being blown off as long as the core remained. He basically got blown to smithereens and the core remained, so he just regenerated. It looked like Play-Doh or something. Jigen, the vessel for the true leader of Kara, Isshiki Otsutsuki. Jigen is a vile yet courteous man. Jigen was a newcomer monk before his body was taken over and he became the vessel body for an Otsutsuki named Isshiki, who came to Earth thousands of years ago with Kaguya. He was the adoptive father of Kawaki after purchasing the boy from his drunkard father. In terms of power, Jigen is the strongest kata member. The immense power of Isshiki Otsutsuki influences his strength tremendously, as well as his scientific ninja tool enhanced body. He's been able to fight Naruto and Sasuke simultaneously, who are known as the strongest shinobi in history. His ninjutsu abilities are as follows. He can create black rods that drain chakra from foes. He can shrink non-living items and himself to microscopic levels and return them back to normal size instantly. Additionally, he can store various items that he wants to manipulate in an alternate dimension and then pull them back to real time at will. Adding on to that, he is a master at hand-to-hand combat and uses black rods to accent his prowess with his shrinking technique, because he basically makes those rods appear and disappear through his shrinking technique, so it catches people off guard. His speed, also remarkable, effortlessly able to outclass Naruto and Sasuke in terms of speed. Now lastly, Jigen possesses the karma on his chin, being the vessel of Isshiki Otsutsuki. This grants him abilities such as jutsu absorption through his palms and space-time ninjutsu. When accessing Karma State V2, which is what I call it, Jigen grows a horn on his head similar to Isshiki Otsutsuki. Next, Victor is an elder member of Kara who is quite cunning and selfish in nature. He was one of the least trusted inner members of Kara alongside Deepa. And it should be noted that Victor fought in the 4th Great Ninja War, where he lost an eye and leg. Additionally, Victor was the president of a medical manufacturing company in the Land of Valleys, and he utilized this as a catalyst for unethical experiments involving an artificial god tree. In terms of abilities, Victor is highly skilled even though he looked like a scrub, showing considerable speed and taijutsu prowess. Victor was able to go toe-to-toe with Orochimaru, which is very telling. Within ninjutsu specifically, Victor's signature technique is a super powerful regeneration technique that could regrow body parts instantly. He's even been shown to regrow his head with this technique. Victor also has the ability to grow 2 extra giant arms that he can use to perform hand seals. Additionally, he is versed in all 5 basic chakra transformation types. Coming up next, we have Code. He is a male inner who is was playful and kind of a wise guy at that. He always laughs when his teammates get scolded or fail at their task, and he's even verbalized that Delta was weaker than him when she failed to bring back the vessel. In terms of his abilities, he's the only inner Kara member we haven't seen showcase any of his powers across the anime and manga. But Kara left Code in charge of guarding the 10 tails they possess, which speaks to his capability. Kashin Koji also noted that Code's strength could very well rival his own should they get into a scuffle. Now here's my take. The writers waiting this long to reveal Code's skill set could very well be an indication that he is amongst the strongest within Kara. It just makes sense. Why hold out on this dude's abilities if he gonna be a scrub? He gotta be something crazy. Deepa was a male inner Kara that was battle obsessed, cannibalistic, and fiendish in nature. Deepa killed people randomly just for his own pleasure. He was the least trusted inner Kara member. In terms of his abilities, he was a master at close quarter combat. Now I approve of this statement because his taijutsu was menacing, coupled with his extreme speed. When it comes to ninjutsu, Deepa's unique ability allows him to manipulate the molecular bonding of carbon that touches him, is around him, or that's in his body, allowing his body to become extremely durable and a shiny onyx in color comparable to metal. When clad in this carbon, Deepa can endure blade attacks and even techniques such as Rasengan unfazed. Additionally, when commanding the raw carbon around him, Deepa could shape it into weaponry like a plethora of carbon cubes and halos. It was some savage stuff, but Deepa's ultimate technique is him immersing his body in a huge, impervious, Dark Souls-like carbon armor, which he can then further refine that carbon into diamond to increase his durability. Even though Deepa was anime only, I respect him. He was a funny guy and he was all about the smoke. He called Boruto and his gang the crybaby ninjas. I love him, man. Kawaki is an affiliate of Kara and not necessarily a member, but he has an inner tattoo, so I'm going to include him in this video. He's a boy raised by Kara after Jigen bought his custody from his drunkard father for the sole purpose of being the next vessel for Isshiki Otsutsuki. He's a very cocky, aggressive, and humorous type of guy who has a deep hatred for the entirety of Kara. Now, as the series progresses, he becomes more calm and rational as an individual. In terms of abilities, Kawaki has been thoroughly modified with microscopic technology to the point of him becoming a living scientific ninja tool. These integrated mechanical scientific ninja tools are nanoscopic in nature and allow Kawaki to adjust his body at a cellular, LOL, I fucked up that word, at a cellular level, which gives him abilities where he can transform and weaponize his body similar to Jugo's signature technique. This ability also gives him an accelerated healing factor as his injuries can be healed within minutes. Kawaki can also emit a destructive shockwave that can be focused into a beam, or it can just be let out in an omnidirectional way. As we all know, Kawaki also possesses the karma mark of Isshiki Otsutsuki, which when activated, he can absorb ninjutsu plus any chakra and then expel the energy back out or repurpose it. Through synchronizing his karma with Boruto's, they can create space-time portals to traverse across different dimensions. Kawaki has also accessed Karma State B2 and grown a horn on his head similar to, his host Isshiki Otsutsuki. Within his physical prowess, Kawaki is a close-range combat specialist, being trained by Jigen personally. His taijutsu is comparable, if not greater than Boruto Uzumaki's. It should also be noted that recently in the manga, after Kawaki trained with Naruto Uzumaki, he has demonstrated the ability to manipulate chakra in the form of fire style and shadow clone jutsu. This is a great feat considering that Kawaki is not a ninja. He can fight ninja, but he's not a ninja. He's not a shinobi. Isshiki Otsutsuki is the true leader of Kara, former partner of Kaguya Otsutsuki, and a member of the main branch Otsutsuki clan. He utilized the human Jigen as his vessel via karma during most of his endeavors with the Kara organization. He was arrogant, inquisitorial, and savage in nature, but he also had a natural formal / courteous inclination, which was really kind of weird. He cared nothing about others' well-being when it came to accomplishing his goals. In terms of abilities, Isshiki was stated to be so powerful that if he were able to fully channel his true powers, the world would there would be no hope for the world. This is, quoted from Amado. Everybody has lost if he gains his true powers. The power of his chakra is so massive that without the proper vessel to contain it, the body would die from the sheer intensity of this man's chakra. Now, within the realm of ninjutsu, Isshiki can utilize a formidable chakra absorption technique. He is well versed in combat with, his black rods, which are capable of draining chakra from his foes. Additionally, Isshiki can use space-time ninjutsu to traverse through dimensions like most Otsutsuki, and he possesses sealing jutsu prowess. Now, with Karma, he's able to transcend death by sealing a backup file of his own biological data inside of a vessel to later overwrite that vessel and be reborn. This was done with Jigen. Isshiki Otsutsuki possesses the Byakugan. Being a Otsutsuki, he also has a unique dojutsu in his right eye. This eye allows him to use a technique where he can instantaneously shrink himself and any non-living thing and also restore it to its true size just as swiftly. Isshiki mostly uses this ability in a way to where he shrinks his black rods to a microscopic level, and then he basically hides them near or around or inside his enemies, and then restores them back to regular size, catching his opponents off guard and making it easy for him to strike fatal blows on his opponents. The second ability of his unique dojutsu changes the pattern of the dojutsu and allows him to send and store objects he's shrunken to an alternate dimension where he can pull them back instantly in their original form as an offensive or defensive tactic. It should be noted that his dojutsu also enables him to view the life force of living things as sort of a fiery black flame looking shadow. He can also, look at his own life force, and this basically gives him a level of insight that others couldn't possibly imagine. All that being said, I've reached the end of my All Kara Members Explained video. Thank you guys for watching. Kara as an organization, they savages. More sinister, more powerful than even the likes of the Akatsuki. So I hopefully gave you some insight to why that is the case via these overviews of the characters. You're gonna see some more of them in the anime, and hopefully it enlightens you to why these other characters should fear the name Kara. It's been your boy AnimeAnalyst, the young Jiggy Ninja. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.